Hey guys, how's it going? We are going to test out a new game tonight. I'm doing a lot of riding. We're going to test out this new game. So, we got the game open here. You can see that in the background. This one's a little bit different. It's called The Rivet. And, yeah, I'm gonna have to... One thing it's good about is taking control. So, we're gonna move the chat to a different window, because it kind of takes over things here. So, turn this down just a little bit. So most of this is done from a mobile app. So on the mobile app, I have to put in the IP address of my PC and tell it to connect. And so now it says it's connected, so I just did that in the mobile app. And it's connected, and then in the mobile app, I have to scan and pair with my power meter over Bluetooth in the mobile app. And that worked. And we're paired to the kicker. So once we do that, we can go to the ride screen. So it uses the phone for steering. So what I'm doing is down here on my arrow bars, we've got to kind of got just a string on here to, and I need to tighten it up actually. Kind of tighten up my phone, tie it on here with a shoelace. That's all I'm doing is tying it onto the arrow bars with a shoelace. Actually, and I need to do something quick. I almost did this. We had problems with this earlier testing, and what we found out is if you have a magnet cover on your phone, and I almost forgot to do this, if you have a magnet cover on your phone, the gyroscope stuff doesn't work. So I actually have to take the cover off my phone because it's got a magnet flap on it, and it screws up the gyroscope. Because the gyroscope, the Rivet, which is this new app, does steering based on the gyroscope on my phone. So I had to take the cover off my phone. And then And I'm covering my phone in plastic because I'm a sweater. So, kind of over-tighten this. Tighten this string up on the phone. Kind of help hold the phone here in place. Uh-oh. What happened is the phone locked. Alright. Now, we're good. So I'm going to mount the bike and we're going to get started here. They don't do heart rate or, they don't do heart rate or, it doesn't do heart rate, cadence, any of that stuff right now. It's only doing power. It is not controlling the kicker quite yet. I don't have that set up yet either. So, this is just going to be about riding the bike. None of that other stuff is going to happen for this one. So, unfortunately. But that's alright. It's a new app. We're going to test it out here. So, we're going to start ride. And you can see here, when I turn the handlebars, it's going to steer the rider. And then I've got a big brake button on the phone. I've actually got some heel overlap on this bike. I just rubbed the front tire with my shoe. I just did it again. So, well, there's one trick. We will want to do this on the road bike. The graphics are actually really good. Like the graphics quality. They're using the Unreal graphics engine, I believe. So you can kind of see the tips of my bars here. So you'll see me moving the bars right and left to steer. Those are the tips of my aero bars, and on my aero bars is my phone. It doesn't give me any stats though, like speed or anything. It just has the power up in the corner. But it looks like they've really worked on the game stuff, the graphics and stuff like that. So right here is a climb. So we're gonna go slow up a climb. I don't have trainer control though, so it's just a steady effort on the trainer. What I want to play with here is, like, watch this. If I go off the road, I'll wreck. Oh, I want to put me back to the beginning. Oh no. I didn't know it put me back to the beginning. I gotta rewrite all that now. We don't want to wreck. What I want to get to is the downhill. I have no idea, like, how long this... Oh, I guess... Okay. I was wrong. There are other stats here. I just didn't know where to look for them. On that map up in the upper left, the other stats are there. It's, and I'll move my chat over underneath my watts. So that other diagram over there is it's got the percentage, it's got my speed, basically how far I've ridden, I think. I put a potato chip sack underneath my front wheel to allow it to turn a little easier. The rubber wheel on the rubber floor wasn't turning very easily earlier. It's interesting. Right now I think you can only ride solo. The only thing the mobile app has up on the screen when I'm riding is I can quit the ride. I can reset the forward direction. So like, if my handlebars are out of forward, like resetting if the phone has shifted or something, you hit that button and it basically resets your current phone position to forward. Then there's a big 3/4 of the phone screen is a big button that says brake. So I'm guessing we can wipe out on corners on the descent. So we'll have to try that out. Oh, no. I'm all over the road. Okay. Focus. This is a steep hill. 11%. He did say, like, you don't enter height and weight right now. I think when I asked earlier, he said it's like a 75 or an 80 kilogram rider right now. Yeah, it does have some booty shaking going on, Carlo. He needs a little hip work, doesn't he? Fix the chroma key a little bit. Oh, turn. Gotta make sure I don't wreck. I keep having this desire to click on the game, and I don't need to. If I click on the game, I lose my mouse, and I have to Alt-Tab off of it. It does do a good game capture. I actually had to turn the graphics down a little bit, because... No, it's steering with the handlebars. So you can see the tips. Actually, let me do this. Let me fix this a little bit. And you can see the tips of my handlebars a little bit better. My phone is strapped to my aero bars, and it's using the gyroscope on the phone to turn. So, I was messing with the mouse when I needed to be turning, which I do all the time with Zwift. So, it was screwing me up. So here it's the first time going down a hill. I've got a brake button on the phone. Like, I gotta try not to wreck here. Like, that takes some concentration. Woo! That's tough. I didn't brake though. There's a brake button on the phone. I didn't hit the brakes. We got another roller here. I've got toe overlap on this bike, so my toe is rubbing the front wheel. I need to put some skinny tires on this thing. Put a road tire on the front when I'm on the trainer. That was kind of I want to see how fast I can do the descent. Right here. Oh! Baby! Oh, no, break! Oh! Where'd I go? I wiped out. I think I need to put it over where I can reach it like with my thumb to brake and keep both hands on it. Not being on a like pivoting something with my front wheel makes it really hard. Okay. I'm on the brakes, I'm on the brakes, I'm on the brakes. Still on the brakes, still on the brakes. Off the brakes. Woo! I made it. Okay, now I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna put my... I've got a potato chip sack under my front wheel to keep it from gripping on the floor. But it actually moved on me. Oh no! Like, I'm trying to stop, but it won't... I'm going down a hill. Okay, we're gonna put the brakes on, we're gonna stop. Stop! I gotta get the front wheel turning better. Gotta find something to put under the front wheel to make it turn better. Part of it is I need to put some air in the tire. It's about a half flat tire. Yeah, until I ride outside. I need a riser block that spins is what I need. That front tire only had 20 pounds of pressure in it. I mean, it's a cross bike, but that's still... It was super squishy. Put some air in it. I do have to say, like, I would have to find a different place to mount the bike. You know, I don't know. I think the phone's going to work better mounted in the center. Because I think it's probably going to give you a better... Mounted in the center, I think it's going to give you a better pivot. A true pivot of, like, what you're doing with the bars. Like, if you mount it off to the side, I'm afraid it's not going to be quite as accurate on turning. But, I want to just reach my thumb over and hit the brake button. Like on here, my toes overlapping. I'm gonna tear up shoes. Yeah, I'm sure that's something they can work on in the future. This is the Rivet. I think you can find it at, what is it? The Rivet. Oh no, steer, sorry. Not off the road. Oh! Bro. I wrecked. Let me reset the center. Okay. If you search for "get on the rivet," I think that's what it is. Ooh, this fast section. So there must be like checkpoints. I gotta reset the center. I know on Instagram and Twitter, it's "get on the rivet." It just released today. And if you actually go to a Twitch channel called _rivet, he's doing a 24-hour stream. He's currently not there. So he must be taking a break. My understanding it's like a one-man plan here. It's a one-man build. He's doing this. He's got it to this point on his own. So it's using the phone to steer. It's using the phone to get a Bluetooth connection to my kicker. It's not controlling the kicker currently. It's only reading wattages. He's got some trainer control done already, but he said he doesn't have a kicker to test with yet, so it'd take him a couple days, he said, to get the kicker set up once he gets one. Okay, I gotta change the front wheel here. Actually, I think I may just swap bikes. In a minute. The rivet. Yep. Yep, that's it. That's definitely interesting. The graphics are really good. So if anybody's familiar with game stuff, it's using the Unreal Engine for graphics, is what he said earlier today. I've got really bad toe overlap on this bike. It's really annoying when I have to crank the wheel. So I want the steering inputs to be a little less dramatic than what they are. Like, I've got to really crank the steering wheel here. And with the front wheel overlap, it's annoying. Thanks, Frank. Good to see you drop in, man. Yeah, I got to stay on the bike here. This is just a recovery kind of ride for me, too. I'm not trying to hammer here at all. Just wanted to kind of check out this game. So, got the toe overlap on the tire. It's really annoying. Well, he just said a 24-hour stream, didn't he? I didn't know that he was staying on the bike. I think his girlfriend was trying to get him to stay on the bike. I don't know. I think he's still live. There's nothing there right now. But they're still actually live. Ah, see, every time I look away, I almost run off the road. No more wrecking. Oh, it says... I thought it said live for me. Gotta focus, we're going fast. Ah, he's back, okay. Trying to take these without braking. I'm watching Steely too. Oh, I was still on the road. Come on, give that to me. Steely's still online for me. I'm hitting the brake here. Ah! Oh, the race glitched. Okay. Kind of hard to look at other screens right now. The chat talks to me, so I can tell what you guys are saying. But on these faster sections, like, you gotta focus. Okay, we got a big climb here. We get to the next hill, I gotta switch bikes. I gotta figure out how to put this thing on my road bike. Gotta put pedals on the road bike. Too annoying the way it is with the toe overlap on the front wheel. I can't steer. Material Games, yeah, this is a little different than our normal Zwift. So I'm actually using the steering wheel to steer, using the handlebars to steer. It's using the phone on my handlebars as the gyroscope to know when I turn the wheel, or using the compass. It's my actual power reading from my trainer in the upper right there that flashes between green and yellow. Yeah. So Material Games, are you familiar with the other cycling platforms? Primarily Zwift that's around, so are you a follower of that? Or did you just run across this on Twitch? Okay. So you're familiar with the whole cycling, online cycling space then. So yeah, this is quite a bit different. The graphics are really good. It looks really good. Got a really high-end PC here, so I'm streaming and still getting 130, 140 frames per second on it. Yeah, it's what I'm struggling with. I'm gonna switch bikes here in just a minute. I'm on my cross bike, which actually has toe overlap with the front wheel. So on the tight corners, my toes hitting the front tire, and it's driving me crazy. So I'm gonna have to swap bikes, but I gotta put pedals on that bike. I made it. These are like sketchy corners. I'm trying to keep some power down going around them. I'm not really having to hit the brakes much. If my toes are out of the way, I'd feel much more confident. So let's switch bikes. Are there cars? I hope not, because I can't stay on my side of the road. Like, I'm breaking every cycling rule in the book. Going around on the wrong, taking the apex, coming into oncoming traffic. Like here, I can't really hammer into it because I gotta move my foot for my toe. Sounds good, Crow. Let's pause here for a second, guys. And I'm gonna stay online and everything. I'm gonna switch bikes though. Like I gotta get the other bike over here. Let's take my sweat rag off. Get my towel out of the way. And let's yank this bike out of here. Alright. This bike can go. Keep our string here though. We gotta tie the See, this is the one issue. I've got my phone locked. My phone's got an auto lock on it, so my phone locked, and this is my. I had to find a set of pedals, so it took me a minute. We've got the other bike coming in. Alright. That's that. We put the pedals on and then we're going to rock. Alright, pedals are on. Sweat guard on. We gotta figure out how to phone attach good to this one too. We're gonna have to figure out the tricks of that here. But maybe having to use the sweat guard a little bit for that, I don't know. Gotta figure out like how to get the phone to sit there. I need like a Velcro strap. That's what I need. Let me look at something here. Down. Got a piece of lock laces. That might do the trick. So I can tie it a little tighter. It's got a little bungee to it. Alright. Got that tied down. Phone tied down here. Unlock it. go back, connect all. Trying to reconnect. Okay. Alright. One more. Alright. I think we got it. Got easier turning steering wheel. Headphones back in. Let's try to do one full lap now. Okay, I gotta focus on steering. I can steer easier now. Alright, I think we got it dialed in pretty good on the road bike now. This is different. Sure. A lot different. I'm gonna wear out my front tire without a rotating front riser block. Oh no!
Show 'em how we do it. It's like.
I'm gonna look real quick, but I don't think I can disable auto lock. What happens is my phone is auto locking and it boots me out.
It's like
Yeah, there's no option to not auto lock my phone. It is personal.
Time this feeling hits, I gotta stay. Take this moment and get my fix. I gotta wait. My patience ain't that strong, maybe I'll keep this all night long, we'll see. Just don't take life too seriously, let the feeling come. Let the feeling come. Let it run, feel it all night long. Just wait for it. Let the feeling come. Let it run, feel it all night long. Let the feeling come.
Yeah, right now I'm just reaching up and tapping the brake like every, I don't know, 30, 45 seconds. I mean, it'll go 5 minutes.
Time this feeling
Hey Matt, what's up? I think this guy's saddle height's a little high, isn't it? Like he's rocking the hips a little too much. I want to get up this hill. I want to do the full track. And my phone locked on me last time before I got around the whole track. The first issue I had was the toe to front wheel overlap on the other bike. The steering was tough because going around the corners I couldn't pedal. So I was hitting the front wheel. So now that I switched bikes, we were doing better until we got the 5-minute screen lock on the iPhone for the steering and it disconnected it. I had to start over again. So now we're just clicking the brake every so often to keep the phone from locking on me, and let's try to get through the whole course, and then I'll probably call it quits. It is interesting. I don't have trainer control right now, so I'm not feeling the gradient. I'm just riding. Just got done with a round of golf in 93 degree heat, so yeah. You really need a front wheel platform that's got a pivot on it. What I've got right now is a potato chip bag under my front wheel and on top of like a wooden laminate shelf that's a kind of a slicker surface, so my wheel will pivot a little better. On the rubber floor, it was really bad. But I can see you're wearing a flat spot in the tire real quick if you didn't do something about it. You even thought about putting like a piece of packing tape on the bottom of the tire. It could be. I don't know. I hadn't looked at it that way. I gotta tell you, these fast section steering is different. Like, it's fun. I want to do more of it. I want to get rid of the climbs. I want to rail some corners. So I want fast and flat, or maybe rollers. I want up and down, up and down. Okay, this is the fast section here. I wrecked. That's the section you gotta use the brake on. Like the other option I saw, like you could loosen up your stem. Just let your stem turn on your tire, or on your head tube. But I don't like that hack either. Coast and then brake. Oh, I turned. See? I gotta get this. Gotta get my front wheel turning better. Grab a piece of tape. Yeah, I agree. I gotta grab a piece of tape. You gotta tape the potato chip bag down to the under the wheel. Keep them out. put the phone under my hat on top of my head. There's an idea. Now the... No! Alright. It is also the brake. Wait, what's going on? Why does it keep going? What's happening? I keep going left. Reset forward direction, reset forward direction, reset forward direction. No! What is going on? I can't steer. My compass is working. I don't know. I'll try to quit the ride. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I think some of it's just little glitches. So, gosh dang it. I gotta figure out the front tire thing here. Trying to figure out the best way to like get a low friction ground to it. So let's see if we can keep going straight now. Alright. Yeah, we're better now. Alright. Let's try one more time to get a full lap in. So it just something got off when I stopped for too long or something. Now I've got the potato chip bag wrapped around my tire, like taped up to the spoke. So the actual friction is between a potato chip bag and a wooden board. So hopefully it won't rub on the tire because the tire's got the potato chip bag taped to it. Get up this hill, get back to where we were. Finish the lap.
I hate you. I love you. I love you. I hate you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Hate you. Love you. Hate you. Love you. Hate. 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 Love you. If you leave, I will. Better yet, I will kill you. Kill you. Kill you. Kill you.
I mean, he's got a little buggy stuff going on, but overall, it's not bad. Some of it's the little bit of stability, I think, between the phone and the PC connection. You know, and you kind of got to be a little bit techie. I've got to put my PC IP address into my phone. I thought this was the top of the hill, but it's not. We got a steep section to go here yet. Yeah. I think so, yeah. Like, the graphics are really good. Like I said, I've got them turned down a little bit so it doesn't... If I turn them up, it actually gets a little chunky in my stream. But the machine, or the game itself runs super butter smooth. It just... I mean, it'll use whatever graphics I can give it for my GPU, which makes my stream a little chunky. So I've turned it down from epic to high. Means I haven't turned it down that much, just to smooth out the stream a little bit. I'm getting 130 FPS out of it. And I'm sure there's a lot of optimization he can do to it. I mean, that's, like I said, it's just starting. Now granted, I've got a really, really strong GPU too. Yeah, I mean, it's a good platform to start with, for sure. From that perspective, yeah. Been around a while. I want to lighten this guy up so I can get over these hills. I gotta remember to keep tapping the brake or my phone will lock. I might rage quit if I can't pull a lap off on this one. Yeah. Imagine he can do a lot with the Unreal stuff. Here we go. Getting ready to do this big descent. Back off. This first one's just a roller. Nice and smooth. He said no big inputs on the high speed stuff. I'm listening to his stream too, so if he talks, I can hear him. He was giving me some tips on the cornering a little bit. Definitely corners different at speed. So you get so used to the exaggerated movements going up the hill. When he speeds up, you've got to I feel like I lost it there. Oh no, we're gonna go left. Okay, we're alright. It reset. Woo. Try this again. Gotta figure out these corners. I'm trying to use the brake and kind of take it easy. Hard part is I gotta take my hand. It's you know, I gotta kind of crank on the bike. Because of the front tire friction. So I need both hands to turn gingerly. But I also need to brake. So I think before what was happening is when you wreck, it resets your forward direction. But like gotta kind of recalibrate the center So there's a button on the phone that you can click when you're pointing the bars forward. You click a button that says reset forward direction. So if you're getting like tilted on the steering wheel or something, you can just click that button and it resets your center line on the gyroscope. After a wreck, it's like it can throw your center off a little bit. So let's try to... Okay, easy movement. Oh, let me stay up. He was really nice to me there. Little off-roading. Wow, that's tough. My tires are already back down on the ground, so it's harder to turn now. You gotta have a turntable. I don't know what I've got that I can use as a turntable. But I gotta have a turntable. You gotta have something with a pivot on it under your front wheel. Some sort. So I gotta lift up my front tire. Yeah, I gotta lift my tire up and roll the potato chip roll back under the edge of it to spin again. Actually, I have an idea. I think I have something that might work. I'll have to check it out. I just want to ride a whole lap. Getting ready to do a faster descent here. This descent was a little more sweepers, not that tight corner like the last one. He was complaining to himself that he missed this foliage in the road here. So he's already beating himself up for missing little things. I think Zwift still has foliage in the road every once in a while. Alright, here we got a hill coming up. Focus on steering. He says little inputs, but like the phone's not reacting to a little input. Something's off here. Nah. Going hard left now. Okay, we got it to reset. I gotta climb this hill again. Like, I just don't feel like it's taking minor inputs. I feel like it's taking major. Like, it's almost like my phone's too clunky in the gyroscope. Like, it's not taking little turns. It's only taking, like, big hacks at it. But I gotta watch here. Tap the brake, keep the phone unlocked. No acceleration here. We're just gonna coast. I'm doing light movements. Okay. Okay, softly, softly. Okay. Yeah, it is super soft. Wow. I get it now. Oh my gosh, is this minor turning. Oh, look at the little turns I'm doing on the wheel. Oh, you've got to be so precise. Oh. Wow, this could be an art. Like, now I get it. I'm not hardly turning the wheel, and it's just nudging around the corners. See, if I overdo just a little bit, it like takes a big hack at it. No, and I almost overcompensated on that tight one. I mean, I made it, but like I was on the ragged edge, like overcorrecting coming out of it. Problem is, it's really hard to turn my front end. But yeah, we made it down the hill. My tire's just gripping on this board too much. I gotta put like cardboard or something down. I gotta get something down here that'll pivot before I can ride it. Like, it's actually an arm workout right now, twisting the front of the bike, just because the tire is gripping on the ground. It is a junk tire, so I don't care about the tire. I'm gonna stop quick for the hill. I'm gonna get, at least gonna get my potato chip bag back down at the bottom so I can turn a little bit easier for a minute. Alright. We got one more little section to do. This is a big climb. Oh, this is 15-16%, so I'm just not doing enough power to keep going at this one. So if I had a riser block and a phone that didn't lock, I would ride laps on this for a while. Get a feel for it. I've got to have a better solution for the front end of the bike. I could do the stem. I just hate doing that. That's basically making the bike not safe to ride. And I don't like the idea of like loosening that up inside and then having to remember to straighten it all out and tighten it up to go outside. So I don't like that. So the pivoting riser block is the turntable riser block. I don't know who makes those. I have to look into that part of it. So it's almost essential for this. Little kick up here. Kick it up over.
Now it ain't a long way home, a long way home. No.
And then got another descent here. Easy movement. Just drift
Can you hear me calling?
through the road.
Just shouting out loud, spinning out in the great
I wish it was A&T Plus, just so I could hitting the brake here. I wish it was A&T Plus, just so I could run a power meter simulator and just focus on steering a little bit. Like not even pedaling, just sit on my bike, let it ride at 200 watts, 250, and just ride these fast sections to practice the steering. But it does like require a little bit of focus. You know, he's saying he like breezes through those sections now, but alright. Got a little bit of a hill to climb, and then I'm gonna come way down that other hill across the map. That's the part I want to get to.
Lost at sea, ain't no hope of rescue.
I like the topography of the map there, like you can see the hills of the altitude map, but I also want to see a like an above shot map to see the circuit. What's the circuit look like? Buzzing through these corners, you know, getting smoother contact surface on the ground. Right now I'm still on my data chip bag. It's much easier to do the smooth controls. When I get onto the tire rubber, it's hard to do the smoother controls. And I could loosen up the stem to temporarily solve the front end issue. To get a longer ride on it. Do a little more practice. Long term, that's not an option I would recommend for anybody. Get up this hill.
I've been painting every fence I know.
I'm seeing right. I think the guy who's doing the long stream, I think he's got a pillow on top of his saddle riding. Looks like we're coming up on a steep bit here. Okay, we're gonna roll the front tire back a little bit again. Testing out a new thing here. I'll be up in like 5 minutes. Good job, girl. I'll be up in just a minute. Get up this hill, come on. Get up this hill, let's go down the other side, see what that's like. Then we're gonna call it quits. It's a long climb. Like, I thought this was a short course, but I'm not sure how many miles this is. It's taking us a while. I feel like we're climbing a mountain. I feel like we're about to get steep again here. Nine, 10, 11% here. We're like 2/3 of the way up. We're hitting these steep bits, switchbacks. Looks like we got another wall to go. Going around this corner and we're hitting a wall, I think. 5%. 6, 7. Yeah. 10%, 11. Get up this thing. We can relax on the downhill. Come on. Have to break. Keep going along. What's up, pimp? Been riding on here for a while. Finally got to the top of the hill where I think it's a longer downhill. Gotta test the steering. This is the Rivet new cycling game. So my phone is attached to the handlebars. My phone is attached to my handlebars. Using it, and that's what does the steering. So when I steer the bike, it steers me on stream right into a post. I wrecked. It doesn't have wrecking animation yet, but it just goes back to like, must be checkpoints. It doesn't really show them, but usually bounce back somewhere in the last, minute or so of your ride back to a place on the... So we got a long downhill now. So I'm trying to get a feel for the steering. It is really touchy when you get up to speed. The problem I'm having is actually, it's kind of hard to turn. It's hard to turn my steering wheel because I don't have a rotating riser block. So that's making it harder because I'm a little chunkier on the steering than I should be because it's the friction of the tire. Like here, I'm slamming on the brakes. I've got a potato chip bag under my front wheel. And trying to use that as my, what do you want to call it? My, ooh, I bounced off that. I got a potato chip bag under my front wheel trying to reduce the friction. But when it's moving out from under my wheel quite often. And, really makes the steering tough then. So this corner here, I've got a brake button on my phone. That's how I'm hitting the brake button now. That corner there's tough. Ooh, this corner's tough too. Nah. I can't do this. I gotta have a better... So this is the biggest thing that's holding me up right now is just I gotta go slower on these corners, but I can't steer with one hand because it's too hard. My tire... I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna get off the bike to get the weight off of it. And see if I can just steer. Without the weight on the bike, I can pivot. get a feel for the steering. Because when I'm sitting on the bike, I can't steer it. I can't steer it smoothly. And I wanted to get a feel for this descent. I rode all the way up that hill and fought a couple bugs and restarts and all kinds of stuff just to get to this. This is all I wanted to do, was to fly down a hill. Now I'm going to try to get back on the pedals and not go off the road. This is worse than a real race. Like, I feel like I'm trying to talk to the commissaire's car while I'm going down a hill at 100 miles an hour. Here we go. I'm back on the bike. I can't really turn as well now, but I'm on flatter road. We got a little uphill and then a little more downhill. And then we're going to be done. And then I'm off the bike. My goal was to do one full lap. So I did all that just to get the gratification of going downhill. But the two takeaways from it, for me, the two things that are making it really difficult is I need a turntable under my front wheel. Figuring that part out. And you can make one. I just need to resolve that. And the other thing I need is my phone locks. And he's going to work on that. I let him know about that. My phone has my work email on it. And if you attach your phone to our work email account, it forces certain security properties on your phone. One of those is auto lock. It forces you for your phone to auto lock. And apps can override that, but and keep them, if that app is active, it'll prevent the phone from locking, but he didn't turn that on. So if I don't touch my phone every 3 or 4 minutes, the phone will lock and then it disconnects from the game. So that was a real bummer the first time. I was just getting a feel for it, done messing with the phone, settling in, and boom. I hadn't touched my phone in 5 minutes and I got booted. Because most of the control and the input for this is actually coming through the phone. It's the Bluetooth connection from your phone. It's the gyroscope on your phone for the steering. All that stuff's coming from your phone. And then your phone's just connecting to your PC. You plug your IP address in for your PC. And it's, your PC's really just, I think, doing the graphics. Interpreting the phone inputs. But really the input device is the phone, and this is brakes. Woo, step. Ah. I gotta get off the bike for this. So we've got could you imagine this with the kicker climb? Now there's a thought, isn't it? Alright guys, I am done for the night. I am gonna throw my host over to the Rivet, which is actually the game that I was playing with here. So we're gonna give him the raid. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me though. Something a little different tonight, just screwing around. Had some time. Family's home now. I'm gonna go see them, catch up on them after a swim meet. This was really just a recovery ride that went a little longer and harder than it probably should have, but I didn't go super hard. I got the raid queuing up. But thanks everybody for hanging out with me. We're gonna quit the ride on our phone, which should take us to the disconnect screen on the PC too. You'll see it here. There we go. I disconnected the phone now, stopped the ride, and this is what you get. And we're gonna kill it on the phone. Now it's disconnected from the app, as you can see here. And I can quit the app. So that is it. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'm going to click the raid button, and we'll talk to y'all. I should be on tomorrow, so we'll talk to everybody tomorrow.